Today's tip and trick is reconciling transfers between bank accounts. I just want to explain to you the best way to do it and show you what happens if you don't do the best way. So here at Bookkeeper Hub, we use Profit First principles, which is where we transfer money that comes in each week to separate bank accounts. We have actually set up rules on these bank accounts, which I'll show you how to do in a moment. So you can see that there's a rule there to transfer expenses, profit, tax and wages. But let's go back to basics. So there's two options. The first is you can match it if there's a transaction there. The second is you can create a transfer, which is where rules come in. They'll create a transaction. The third is you can transfer. You can actually select which bank account that it goes to. So if you know it goes to expenses, then you select expenses. Once you're happy with it, you can select OK. There's no drama. If you want to make a bank rule, it's a matter of going to options and create bank rule. And you want to create a transfer money rule. Now hold that thought because I'm just going to pop out of here and I'm going to go back into where we were. And instead of creating it from scratch, I'm just going to edit the one that's there so you can see what we do. So where the description contains and then the transfer details, we say which bank account we want it to go to. You can set tracking categories there if you want to. We set the reference. I always make it from the reference so I don't have to enter anything. You can choose which bank account that it goes on, but it's not a bad idea to make it on all bank accounts, so save you having to set this up on every account. And then we give it a rule. So once we're happy with that, we hit save. So from a reconciling point of view, I've got rules set up on these and I can just go in and reconcile them, which gets my bank account out of the way. If I go into the wages account, you can see that there's a transaction there. It's gone green because they match off and I hit OK. It's as simple as that. But sometimes for some reason, particularly if there's transfers that may go over different days because they're into banks, I just want to show you what can happen and why that's bad. So just perhaps this hadn't come up with the match and there was no rule there, it would come up looking like this. So if I then did a transfer rule to the income account, it reconciles my tax account. Now it doesn't because if we have a look at the transactions, we can see that we've got a transfer from the income account that's unreconciled and we've got the one that's reconciled. If I go back to my income account, it's showing as negative because it's got another one that's unreconciled. So you want to make sure that you're very careful with these transfers. We can reconcile the ones that are there, no problems at all. And that was in my wages account, I think, wasn't it? My balances and my taxes account balances. So that's got that green one and we transfer it across. So it's really quite easy, making sure that you set up bank rules and that you only use the transfer key. If your bank accounts don't reconcile, that account transactions tab will show you what's wrong and it will come up as an unreconciled transaction that you can fix. So that's bank transfers in a nutshell.